Our exam is in 2 days, right? On Wednesday. The topics to be included are going to be GPIO as inputs and as outputs, as well as switch states. So we will require you to do certain things once per press. So you need to make sure you know how to handle the switch states. Now, I want to be clear that I won't ask you to connect anything is external to the board other than the oscilloscope. So we're not going to use the button board. We're not going to use the display module for this exam. We will use them for the next exam. That being said, I still want you to start to get used. I think it's time that you guys bring your own jumping wires. And if you don't have any, you can order for so cheap from AliExpress. So if you want me to order a bunch, I can also do so, but you gotta make a decision. What I don't want you to be doing the day of the exam is doing this. Why do you think I don't want you to be doing this?
Because it'll ruin your board potentially.
Yeah, and it's so easy to make it short things. No, please no. This is, if you call me over and you have your probes on the pins, I'm just gonna give you the look, okay? And probably a 0 as well, okay? Yeah, no, yeah, because let's be serious about this. We have to take care of our board and do the proper measurements the way it's supposed to be done, okay? So jumping wires, please. You do have some of your kids, make sure you bring some for the exam, although we're not going to connect anything external. You should be able to use delay cycles. Now, if we manage to get a 1 millisecond delay based on cycles, I mean, we should be able to get a 200 microsecond delay based on cycles, right? So it shouldn't be that difficult. So, yeah. So you could expect something a bit different. For the USART, we're only going to require transmission, no receiver. But when it comes to the transmission, we should be able to send text as well as the number. So if we want to send a number, that means that we need to include the standard input-output library and do the proper, you know what I'm talking about, right? Now that is to get, if you manage to accomplish all this, you probably get 100% plus maybe 10 bonus marks. That's probably the way the exam is going to look like. Yeah, it's going to have full marks plus 10 that you can put into your savings account for the next exam. If you manage to get,
what do you say? What will follow?
well, oftentimes in my exams I throw some bonus marks.
I mean, what question?
Well, I can't take the question.
I mean, I'm bored. Which one are you talking about?
Everything.
Could be anything. It's just going to be a bit more challenging, right? And then if you manage to do it, then you get bonus marks that can be added up to your next exam. Okay? That's normally the way I do the bonus marks. Any questions about the exam?
And just to confirm, we have access to obviously our libraries, but our ICAs and anything within
And all the
GitHub
demos
repo.
and everything that's on Brightspace, my site, in the GitHub repository in the CMPE 1250 organization. Okay? And nothing outside that, but that's more than enough.
Yeah.
So that being said, any other question about the exam? What we're going to do now, we're going to create our repositories, because the way we create the repository for the exam is a bit tricky. And if you want to record that, you can still record it because it's quite a process. Yeah, and I like to do it before the exam because I don't want you guys to be spending time during the exam. I want you to focus on the actual exam, okay? But there are on Brightspace tutorials about how to use GitHub that everybody should have read at this point, okay? There's no time to teach GitHub in this course, so we kind of give you some pointers, but we expect you to do your own research, okay? Don't let GitHub get in the way, you know, and then become a nightmare when you're doing your exam, because you should be focusing on the exam. Yeah, so we're gonna do that, create a repository. So we are ready for the day of the exam, which is on Wednesday. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm laughing.
Go ahead.
Can you walk me through the delay cycles again? Like especially IC4.
You should have created, with respect to the delay cycle, you should have created two functions. You should have created one that delays for 1 millisecond and one that delays for X milliseconds. Yeah, we did that in class. With activities, we gave you tons of help. So if somebody doesn't have that implemented, honestly, I don't know what to say because we're giving you so much help. So I take that for granted. Now, what I could ask you to do is create a delay based on cycles that will be faster than 1 millisecond. And if you manage to do 1 millisecond, you should be able to accomplish that one as well. Because you got a number in your thing there that you can change, right? Yeah, it's not gonna be that difficult, but it can also be that easy that it's just copy pasting the same function that you already have, right? Did I answer your question or not quite? You did? Okay, perfect. Any other questions? All right, so what we're gonna do in our, and for these, I really need you to be sitting at the computer that you're gonna use the day of the exam. So hopefully we can use the same computer. Do not do this on your laptop because it's not gonna be of any help. Go to the computer you're gonna use the day of the exam, and hopefully we can respect each other and try to use the same computer that day. So do not decide to change your mind the day of the exam and use the computer that somebody else is already using. I'm not a big fan of shuffling students around the day of the exam. I don't believe in that, so I wanna make things easier. Now, do you wanna do it as separate the day of the exam, or are you okay?
No, I think for this exam, I should be fine.
Okay. Let me know if you need a special.
I think with maybe with if the other ones, if they're a little more difficult, maybe, but we can cross that bridge if we get there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, because most likely we will have the other room too, not occupied. So the problem is that you need to get set up there as well.
As long as I got earplugs, I'll be fine. I need to learn how to accommodate myself.
Oh, that's the other thing. I don't mind you guys wearing like headphones or stuff like that the day of the exam. And also I don't believe in that thing that if it helps you be relaxed and focused.
What about the AI glasses?
Well, that would be probably too much.
Oh,
If you can afford it, I guess.
Yeah.
If you can find one.
I mean, that's not.
Yeah, I don't even know if they exist yet.
They're only $4 a piece, no problem.
And they're so hard to buy now. Because everyone wants them.
Plus tariffs.
Yeah, no, I like to be, I like to assume that everybody is an adult, and I'm not looking for things, you know, that do not exist. But if I do find something, I just follow the procedure, right? So I assume that
It's way
everybody.
harder to do with C and embedded
Yeah,
than it is for others.
and that's the thing, like, to be honest, I hate doing paperwork, so do not give me a reason to do paperwork with academic integrity issues, yeah, because I don't like that, I hate it. Okay. But, I think we'll be fine. All right, so on Brightspace, there should be a link in the announcements that it says Exam 1 Repository Creation. This is just like accepting a new assignment. You should click on that and create a new repository. Once you click on that, eventually you're gonna get to this screen. Mine took me to there right away because I already accepted the assignment. Now you need to be logged in on Brightspace, you need to be logged